A new season.
Sing, Ma.
It's a new day. A
Fresh anointing
is
coming my way.
It's a
Season of power and prosperity. It's a new season coming to me. It's a new season coming to me.
All right, yes.
It's a new season
Coming to me.
Yes.
Well, tonight, I'm coming from Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. And we're going to start at the 1st verse. And we're going to just take it all the way down to the 8th verse. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born,
And a time to die.
A time to plant,
And a time to pluck up that which is planted.
A time to kill, and a time to heal.
All right now.
A time to break down,
And a time to build up.
Yes.
A time to weep,
Stop.
and a time to laugh. A time to mourn, and
And
a
a
time to dance.
Yes.
A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together.
Yes.
A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get, and a time to lose. A time to keep, and a time to cast away.
All right.
A time to rend, and a time to sow.
Yes.
A time to keep silence, and a time to speak.
All right now.
A time to love, and a time to hate. A time of war, and a time of peace.
All right now.
You see, to everything there is a season and a time.
All right now.
Not only is there a time, but there's also a purpose. You see, our God is a God of completion.
Yeah, yeah.
When he made the season and time, he did it with a purpose.
Come on now.
When he made the sun for day, he created the moon and the stars for night. He created up, then he created down.
Yeah.
When he created man, he created woman.
Yeah.
Our God is a God of completion. What are seasons? Well, the dictionary tells me seasons are the 4 divisions of a year, marked by particular weather, okay? Patterns and daylight hours resulting from the earth changing position with regards to the sun. So we have spring, we have summer, we have fall, and we have winter.
Yes.
Now, we all don't agree with all the seasons God has given us, but God has created them all. You know, some of us prefer not to have winter, and some of us prefer not to have summer, but in all, God created them all. But seasons come at different times of the year.
Yes.
That is how we get daylight saving time. So as you can see, time is even important in season.
Yes.
No matter what season this is for you, there is a time.
All right now. Go ahead.
So, which brings me to my topic. Do you know what time it is? In verse 2, it tells us there is a time to be born and a time to die.
Yes.
There are spiritual and physical deaths and births, okay? But tonight I'm going to use it this way. It's time to die to sin and time to be born again. It tells us a time to plant. So now it's time to plant a good seed in your life and a time to pluck up which that is planted. In other words, get rid of the weeds that are growing in your life.
Go ahead now.
The first 8 verses of Ecclesiastes 1 through 8 all talk about time. Even though the first verse said there is a season, but it still wind up talking about a time. No matter how you look at it, there's a time. And tonight my question is, what time are you in right now? Are you mourning? Are you weeping? Are you in a time of laughing? Are you in a time of dancing? No matter what, God created all time. He is Alpha and Omega. He's the beginning and the end. So he still holds time in the palm of his hand, no matter what season you are in. Verse 4 tells us a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. Did anyone let you know that weepers endure only for a night, but joy comes in the morning? So if you never weep, you don't know what it is to be happy.
Come on now.
If it never rains, you can't appreciate the sunshine.
Come
so
on.
there is a time for everything under the heavens. Let's skip down to verse 7, because I'm not going to be before you very long. You know that. Where it says a time to keep silence and a time to speak. They tell me if you hold your peace and let the Lord
Fight your battle.
See, sometimes we speak too much. Sometimes we don't know when to keep silent and God to move. God can't move because you're talking too much. So there's a time that you have to talk, and there's a time you just say, God, I'm listening. We're always asking, but when are we listening?
Come on
because
now.
we're speaking so much, and there's a time to pray, and there's a time to cease from praying. You know, in verse 8, it gets down to a time to love and a time to hate. We need to love our brother man and hate the sin that they're in. We need to love our brother man and hate the sin that they're in. See, there's a difference between them. There's a difference between hating a person and hating the sin that they're in. Because you have to love no matter what. You can't tell me you're going to make it to heaven and you're not loving your brother man. You have to love them no matter who they are. No matter if they're your neighbor next door and you can't stand their dog because they bark all night long. You have to love that neighbor in order to make it in. But then they tell us it's a time of war and a time of peace. Saints, don't you know we're in a war right now? We're in a war right now and we need to fight. It ain't no time for talking about we're going to talk this out. No, it's time to fight. Get your sword and get your shield because you said you was on the battlefield for the Lord. It's time to go to war.
You better tell it.
I know we all like want to be peace, but God said it ain't going to be no peace until Jesus Christ returns. If you want true peace, then look forward to the coming of the Son of Man. Because they're always going to be killing. Because God said there's a time for it. There's always going to be mourning and weeping. Because God said there's a time for it. When he created all of this, he knew that when he made one, he had to make the other. He gave you a left hand. He gave you a right hand. He gave you 2 feet. He gave you 2 eyes. He's a God of completion. Now tonight you can decide. I didn't come to prophesy you into 2019. I didn't come to tell you next year is your year because you can make your year what you choose to make it.
Come on now.
I'm not here to prophesy to you. You can prophesy to yourself tonight and say 2019 is mine. You said you're a child of God. You speak those things into existence. You don't need nobody to prophesy to you and tell you 2019 is yours. It's mine because God said it's mine. That's why it's mine. Because it's my time and it's my season. I'm going to walk into the rhythm of Jesus.
Come on now.
So I'm going to leave you with that question on tonight. Because I am a soldier in the army of the Lord. And I do know what time it is. So you need to choose today what time it is in your life. May God bless you.
Amen.